in student affairs, so I'll always go back to the idea that I like to help students because I know my whole life I've been a student. That's just what I know. I think I'm good at it. So I know what it's like to be a student. I know how to relate to students, so that's why I wanted to work in a career that would allow me to kind of develop those skills to help students be successful in college and beyond. I think I was so focused on getting my degree and kind of just enjoying life in the moment, which is important to do, but I wasn't prepared for what happened after graduation. So I think, like, looking back, if I could have given myself some advice, was to actually connect with more people on campus, kind of see, assess where my abilities and my interests were, because up until now, I mean, it took me a couple years. I worked for a few years after graduation before starting this program, and that was beneficial for me. But I don't think that I would have been ready to just jump right into a graduate program. I think I needed to do a little bit of searching, so I wish that I kind of started that process a little bit earlier. For financial reasons, I stayed home. I know a lot of people who were able to get really great full-paying jobs and had the opportunity to move in with their friends. But for me, it was more about saving money, and I knew eventually I wanted to go back to school, so it was just too many things to juggle at once to be out there on my own. At least in my graduate program, what I've intentionally tried to do is work under different populations of students and different departments. So student affairs is very broad. You can work anywhere from academic advising to residence life, career services, really any facet of higher education. So what I've intentionally tried to do is work in 2-year schools, 4-year schools, private and public, and different populations, because there's no cookie cutter way to work with a student. Everyone's coming in having their own story, their own situations, their own circumstances, so I think it's important to be adaptable. So that's why I intentionally have planned to work in different avenues, just to make myself more available to what students need. But I think feeling like you have to be completely competent in the area that you're in, I think it's hard because there's such a transition between being a student, which you've been for so many years of your life, into going into a full-time job. It's a learning process, and not to be so hard on yourself when you feel like you're making a mistake or you don't fully know what you're doing. So, I mean, it comes with age. Even at the graduate level, I expect that there's going to be a learning curve. Use your resources, because especially at Rutgers, there's so much out there that's offered that I, as a student, did not take advantage of, which I feel would have helped me. I would have been a little bit more prepared post-graduation if I just sought out those resources. And that's a big thing at college, all about independence, and you really have to want something. Nothing's really just going to be handed to you.